And today I want to talk about kindness. Kindness. It's not always easy, but it goes such a long way. I've learned that when I'm kind to people, when I'm kind to others, and I'm living out that aspect of the fruit of the Spirit, that it opens up doors. And I love how Paul said it in Romans chapter 2, verse 4, and right at the end, he says, "Did you not know that it's the kindness of God that leads us to repentance?" Another translation says, "Did you not know it's the kindness of God that is turning our hearts back to Him?" And what I'm learning is that God is kind towards me. And He looks at me and He says, "Son, welcome home. Son, I forgive you. Son, here's where your life looks less like me. Here's where your life is looking more like me." And He teaches me to be more and more like Jesus. And then I'm learning that my kindness towards other people has the same effect to lead people towards Him. So it's not just the kindness I receive from God. It's not just the kindness I can live out every day, which can be difficult at times. It's the kindness that is experienced by others as well. You see, when I first gave my life to Jesus, one of the things I was afraid of, truly, it was this fear that was crippling me. Before I could say, "Jesus, I need you in my life," I wasn't sure if He would look at me and say, "You've messed up too much. You're too far gone. My grace is not sufficient." But He looked at me. He said, "You're forgiven." That's the kindness that changed my life forever. I'm learning when I'm kind towards other people, it changes theirs as well. They get to see an aspect of this fruit of the Spirit. They get to see who God is through me, through you. You know, I'm here at the church, standing right outside Newbreak Church, and what I love is you are a kind church. We talk to many people who come onto our campus, who are joining us online, and they say, "You know, something I love about you guys is that you're kind. You're welcoming. It feels like family. You're a kind church." I want to encourage you to live that out in your lives when you're at the grocery store, when you're going through the drive-thru, when you're picking up kids, when you're dropping off kids, when you're making plans. And if you're like me, at the end of the day, it can be really difficult to be kind. And that's when I need to pray. That's when I need to practice this rhythm of prayer by saying, "God, teach me how to live in this attitude of kindness, where I can walk in as I'm checking out of the grocery store and say, 'Thank you. Thank you for staying open.' When I can look at my wife in the eyes and say, 'I love everything about you. I'm thankful that you're in my life.' When I can look at you, our church family, and say, 'Thank you for walking with me through all of the different avenues of my life.' It's that kindness that leads us back to God. So when you're walking in this fruit of the Spirit, with the love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, self-control, that kindness leads people back to God. It turns our hearts back to Him. I want to encourage you to be kind this week. I want to encourage you to be praying for that kindness. Be praying that it truly changes your life forever and for good, and allows other people to see the Christ in you. Let's be kind together this week. Let's be praying in this rhythm of prayer that we would be more and more like Jesus. Talk to you guys next time.